Okay, y'all, so I'm doing the ball cap method today. I'm gonna start with a new cap, and then I'm gonna just take my Ebin Wonder Lace Bond Spray and just spray that wherever I need my closure to lay. I'm gonna just blow dry it on high heat until it gets hard and until it dries completely. So I do want to say sometimes I do use the ball cap method, sometimes I don't. I mainly use it whenever I want my wig to lay very, very close to my hairline without damaging my edges. So next we're just gonna cut it off. I'm just using some regular shears that I got from the hair store, and I'm just cut it all the way around, and then I'm going on the other side and just cut it again. Maybe if you get professional shears, they'll work a little better, but I know these tend to do the trick for me, so it really doesn't matter. And then I lift up and cut whatever else I need to, because like I said, I want it to be really close to my hairline. Okay, so let's get into the installation, girl. Here go this old, crusty, dusty little deep wave wig, but I did shampoo and condition it. I had pictures to take, so I didn't have time to replace the closure on it. So I'm going to use my Fenty Beauty foundation. I'm not sure the shade, and I'm going to put it on the cardboard. I'm going to talk more about that later, but I'm going to just use my beauty blender to tap it into the cardboard, and then I'm going to put it all over my lace. Don't forget to get your hairline as well, because that's a very important part. Okay, so in the back we have combs and we have adjustable straps. So then I'm just gonna flip the wig on, y'all, and look how bad that wig look. Oh, MG. But y'all, we finna get it right. Don't throw them old wigs out. I'm finna show y'all how to install it and make it look like it's new. Okay, so I'm just brushing it out because it can be a little tangled, because I just threw it somewhere right after I shampooed and conditioned it when I really shouldn't have. So I'm just gonna clip everything back, and y'all please excuse my sleeve on my shirt. This is really like my hair shirt, like when I go in my beauty room and do my wigs. This is a shirt that I have on. So I'm just using some Ebin spray, just spray it all over the lace. I'm honestly not even keeping up with how many layers I'm doing. I'm probably doing one, and then I'm just gonna make sure I tie it up. This is the worst part, so we just gonna skip some of this because this is really when I start to struggle. Okay, and we're gonna talk about why I put it on the cardboard. You know how like liquid foundation is very like liquidy, it's like water, so it kind of not dries it out, but it kind of gives it like a matte feel if you put it on like cardboard. So that's why I do that, so the makeup don't transfer to my forehead or anything. And I'm just take my hot comb. It's actually at 500 degrees. I'm gonna just go ahead and take it and just try and flatten the closure, and I'm gonna comb and brush everything out. I'm only gonna let this sit probably about 10 minutes. It was just something quick, as I said. I just needed to take a few pictures, and really that was it. Okay, now let's go ahead and lay this lace. So I'm just using my hot comb and just hot combing it back and then down. That's what I usually do. Even when I do my wigs for my customers, that usually is what I do. You can actually do that before you put it on your head if you choose to. Like if you're scared of heat, like I am. So I'm just clip it back, because right now we finna go ahead and do these baby hairs. I always use Eco Style Gel, this certain Eco Style Gel, for my baby hair no matter what. I never really use foam, and because my baby hair are already kind of in place, I can just go ahead and just put them, you know, back down. I normally use an edge brush, but I couldn't find it, so we're just gonna use a toothbrush, and all we're gonna do is go down and swoop back. That's all you got to do when you're doing baby hairs. You're just really swooping, making sure everything out the way. I'm gonna go ahead and really cut that piece right there because it was obviously too long. And baby hair is basically a repetition. You just keep doing it until you feel comfortable with how they look. So I had to actually like hold my head up and see if I liked them or not, because once you mold them down, that's it. So I'm gonna take that same little edge wrap, I'm gonna put it back on, and again we're gonna struggle again. So now it's actually time to define these curls. So I'm going to use my dimming brush, combing out from end to root. You should never, ever, ever comb your wig from root to end, no matter if it's straight or it's deep wave. So I just want to make sure that all the tangles are out. And it actually makes it big and fluffy. I like it kind of big, but kind of defined. You guys will see that once I start to define it a little more, the look that I like to go for. Okay, so now we're finna get into the defining process. So I like to use Aussie Total Miracle Detangling Spray. It smells so good. I love it for my deep wave hair, even my natural hair as well. It just helps to detangle a little better so you won't have all those tangles in your hair. Okay, and then so we're gonna just regular water. I love to use the warm water, whether it's my wigs or it's my natural hair. I just love warm water. I really don't know if there's a difference between warm and cold. Maybe because warm feels better on my skin, I'm not sure. So yeah, all I'm gonna do is section it, and I'm gonna put the water and the detangling spray on it. This is just a regular bottle I probably got from Walmart, and then I'm gonna run my dimming brush actually through the hair to kind of define it a little bit and give it a little moisture, because sometimes that deep wave hair can be so dry sometimes if you don't put the right things on it, or if you leave it like dry for a couple of days or so. This is not a wig I pull out often, just because I change my wigs pretty often. So but when I do, it actually does need a lot of defining, but that's just because I probably just throw it in the closet. So then for some reason that front part that's closest to my face is always like the driest. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's something I'm doing. Okay, so that product I'm using is Aussie Miracle Curls Fresh Taming Cream, because if you have deep wave hair, you already know any type of wavy hair, curly hair, it can be so frizzy like once you brush it with the dimming brush. So I just like to use that to kind of tame the frizz a little bit, and then I'm just gonna put that in from root to end, and then I'm gonna go ahead and just comb through it, just make sure everything is saturated and everything looks good. Like I said earlier, I don't really like the totally like the drenched wet look, because it really gives me Rick James. So I just like a little defineness, but then I still like to fluff it out in. So right now what we're doing is kind of like a diffusing motion, just to make it seem less of a wave. Sometimes when you have deep wave hair, sometimes the waves are very, very loose, and I like kind of like a deep curl type of look. So yeah, that's what we're just gonna do, and that helps to curl the ends too. Deep wave hair has a tendency to have dry, weak ends, so I just like to do that. So we're just gonna do like a few finishing touches, getting the, laying the closure back flat, and then we're just gonna do the finishing touches. I like to kind of make sure my hair is combed in the right direction, because I love a frontal effect closure. I'm not a big fan of frontals, but I do like to do my closures, frontal effect. Okay, so here we are with the foundation and the cardboard again. I'm going to just put it on my lace just so it kind of blends a little bit, because it wasn't really blending. Y'all have to remember that lace is not scalp. Lace is a material, but you can give the illusion of a scalp. And so now it looks so much better. And so I'm actually just fluffing it out to see how it looks. Just putting some more water on it, because I usually have a certain look that I'm going for. Like, I don't want it to be really, really wet, but I don't want it to be really, really dry. And y'all see me, I'm really like feeling myself, because I really think I'm cute. Like, deep wave is really me.